Hello friends, in this video let's see about local variables in LabVIEW. To transfer data from one location to another location within a single VI or to transfer data between loops, we use local variables. And using this local variable we can read or write the controls and indicators. So first on the front panel I am placing three different controls, that is a numeric control, a boolean control and a string control. And all these controls has got also placed on the block diagram screen. And then on the block diagram screen I am placing a local variable function from structures. Then by pressing the control button on the keyboard and by clicking a local variable and dragging the cursor, copy of this local variable can be created. Likewise I am creating two other local variables. And I am placing all these three local variables before the controls parallelly. Then I am clicking on the local variable which is parallel to numeric control and selecting numeric. Then I am clicking on the next local variable which is parallel to boolean control and selecting boolean. And I am setting the third local variable which is parallel to string control as string. Then I am doing a right click on all the local variables and choosing change to read option so that these local variables can read the controls or indicators. Next we have to connect indicators to these controls. So I am doing a right click on the numeric control terminal, and if I click on create indicator, an indicator will get connected. Similarly, I am connecting indicators to other two controls also, and on the front panel we can see all these controls and indicators. And next we are going to place these controls and indicators inside a while loop. So from structures I am selecting a while loop and placing it around the controls and indicators. And I am connecting the boolean control to the stop button of the while loop which is at the lower right corner. So while the program is executing, we can stop the program execution by clicking on the boolean push button. And then on the front panel I am dragging and placing all the indicators parallel to the controls. And to avoid error, I am connecting all the local variables on the block diagram screen to the while loop. This won't cause any major impact in our program. And then again I am choosing another while loop and placing it on the block diagram screen just below the loop which we have already placed. So now we are going to transfer the data between these two loops using local variables. And I am connecting the same boolean control to the stop button of the second while loop also. Then we have to define the loop functioning time. So to define the loop functioning time, from timing I am choosing a wait function and placing it inside the first while loop and connecting a constant to it and giving 2000 in it so that this loop will execute with 2000 millisecond delay. And on the second while loop also I am placing the same wait function and the constant connected to it. So when we run the program, the first while loop will execute, and after completion of execution of the first while loop, the first while loop will get stopped and the second while loop will receive the input and start executing, and after execution it will get stopped. I can show this with the help of two boolean round LEDs. So on the front panel I am placing the first boolean round LED. This LED has got placed on the block diagram screen also. I am connecting this LED to the boolean wire on the first while loop. And then I am placing another boolean round LED on the front panel, and on the block diagram screen I am connecting the boolean LED which got added to the boolean wire on the second while loop. And now I am running this program, and while the program is running, on the front panel if I click on the boolean push button, the boolean indicator and the LED inside the first while loop will glow with 2-second delay, and this input reaches the second while loop, and with another 2-second delay the boolean LED inside the second while loop will start glowing and the program execution will get stopped. Since while loop 1 and while loop 2 are interconnected, they cannot execute independently. So to make both the loops to execute parallelly, I am deleting the connection that links both the loops, and I am disconnecting the boolean local variable from the first while loop, and I am dragging and placing this boolean local variable inside the second while loop, and I am connecting it to the boolean wire. And first I am switching off all the boolean control, boolean indicator and boolean LEDs. And now again I am running this program by pressing the run button. Now both the loops are executing parallelly and we can note this through the LEDs. So while the program is running, if we switch on the boolean control with 2-second delay, at a time the indicator and the LEDs inside both the loops are glowing. and both the loops stops executing, and so the program execution has stopped. Next, we are going to place both the numeric local variable and string local variable inside the second while loop. So I am disconnecting the numeric local variable from the first while loop and dragging and placing it inside the second while loop and connecting an indicator to its terminal. And similarly, I am disconnecting the string local variable from the first while loop and placing it inside the second while loop, and then I am connecting an indicator to its terminal also. So this indicator has got placed on the front panel. Now, after switching off the boolean push button, I am running this program, and while the program is executing, if we give values on the numeric control and string control, it will get reflected on the numeric and string indicator present inside both the loops, because the data get transferred through the local variable to the indicators in the second while loop. So until we press the boolean push button, this program will be executing continuously, and when we click on the boolean push button on the front panel, the indicator and the LEDs which we have placed inside both the loops starts glowing, and the stop button of both the loops receives the signal and stops the program execution. So in this video we have seen about local variable. In our next video we can continue with another topic. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and support. Thank you.